Yo, what is going on, guys? Johnny GB here with the Token Minorities, bringing you guys a Pokemon TCGO standard deck profile. We're continuing off with the standard deck reviews. So this deck review is actually coming from the Brazil special event. So this was one of 3 Latin American events held down on February 2nd. A little late to the party, but like the deck, Is the Price Right that you guys saw on Thursday, there were 3 special events held on the same day down in Latin and Southern America. One held in Brazil, one held in Peru, one held in Mexico. So these events are pretty much to aid players down south in their quest for the World Championships. And I'm going to be taking a look at a bunch of different decks from that day. So we're going to be looking at the Brazilian deck, which ended up winning first place. So all these decks can be found over at limitlesstcg.com. It has all the tournaments available to you guys. So this was won by Alex Silva, and very, very different special event compared to Mexico. So on the Is the Price Right video that I did the other day, link is down below in the description. Check it out. It gives you guys a price guide on it. Brazil was a very Zoroark heavy format. So when you looked at the tournament, you had 6 Zoroark decks in the top 8, I believe. I believe it's 6 Zoroark decks in the top 8. Actually 5. So you had 5 Zoroark decks in the top 5, actually. 2 of them being Zoroark, Lycanroc, Weavile. 2 of them being Zoroark, Weavile. 1 of them being Zoroark Decidueye. Then you also had 2 Malamar spread decks and Swampert Decidueye Meganium control deck. So just looking at the tournament in general, it is a complete just a 180 from what we discussed in Mexico, where you only had 1 Zoroark deck in the top 8. So very, very surprising deck that was actually won with in Brazil. And I'll just give you guys a quick idea of how Peru did. Peru only had 52 players, but when you look at Peru, it was much like the Mexico Championship, where you had a wide variety of decks there. You had a couple Blacephalon, you had Necrozma, Zoroark Gyarados, Night March, you had Hoopa Shuckle Stall. So, it is kind of what we've seen from more past tournaments. So hopping in here, we're going to take a quick look at the deck. So this is Alex Silva's first place deck from the Brazil special event, a Zoroark, Lycanroc, Weavile. So nothing much to be said different about this deck than what you're going to normally see from players that use this deck. So you have your standard 4/4 Zoroark Zorua line, kind of a staple in many Zoroark decks. You see occasional 3/3 lines, but the deck was run with a 4/4 line, and you also see a 2/2 line in the Weavile Sneasel. So this Weavile is the one that we got out of Forbidden Light. We had the 2 Weaviles back to back, one from Ultra Prism and one from Forbidden Light, and both are actually very good Weaviles. I have nothing wrong or anything bad to say. Both, I think, are very good Weaviles. I think Evil Admonition Weavile is a little bit better. 50 damage to each Pokemon that has an ability. A lot of Pokemon in the meta have an ability. So you have Lele, Lycanroc, Zoroark, Ditto, Prism Star, Alolan Muk. You also have stuff like Sudowoodo, Magcargo. Lots of stuff in the meta used right now has an ability. So being able to just spread 50 damage across the board is phenomenal. Very good card, very good pair with Zoroark. Ditto Prism Star, again, decks that run that Stage 1 Pokemon, Ditto Prism Star is a must. If you don't have any decks that play one right now, I still recommend scooping up a Ditto Prism Star, either on TCGO or IRL. It is just a very good card to have, so versatile with its ability to be a Zoroark, could be a Lycanroc. You see we have Magcargo and Alolan Muk in here, which are usable because of the Ditto Prism Star. As far as the supporters go, supporters is a little kind of just standard. There are some surprises in terms of supporter cards that you see used. Tate and Liza in the deck is actually a little bit of surprise to me when I was going through the deck list, because when Celestial Storm came out, Tate and Liza, fantastic card. When it came out, was a very good supporter card, but since then has seen a big drop-off in play. Only one copy of Lily, which is surprising, but because we are playing Professor Elm's Lecture, the Tapu Lele turn 1 play is pretty much to try and get that Professor Elm's Lecture, get your Zorua, your Rockruff, your Sneasel onto the bench. We play one counter gain, so counter gain here is to use Lycanroc's either GX attack for 1 energy, also helps stuff like Oranguru get energy back, so this is pretty standard supporter line, only 2 Cynthia, so when we look at the deck, you really have 4 draw supporters, but in testing, I've seen no issue in getting cards. You don't have an issue getting cards in your hand because you play Zoroark. You play Zoroark, you don't need to have that 4 Cynthia, 3 Lily, or 2 Lily, 3 Kukui. You really just need to have a way to get Zoroark out onto the field quickly. So we're going to play a couple games here, give you guys my honest feedback. So that way, again, this is a first place deck at a special event down in Brazil. 166 players. Even though if I say I may not like the deck, it is a first place deck. It won a tournament. It was actually a first and second place deck. So my opinion doesn't really get overruled here. It is based really on your guys' play style and preference. You see, we open up very poorly. Like, this is as bad as an opening hand as you can get. So we're going to have to, unfortunately, lead Lele. The good thing is we do have an Elm's Lecture, which could help me fill up the bench here turn 1. It looks like we're playing some sort of Tapu Koko spread deck. Usually if you see Koko, you're already thinking damage spread. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Shrine of Punishment in his deck either. Or not more like multiple Shrine of Punishments. See Choice Band, so next turn he's going to be getting off a good bit of damage. Yep, there we go. Shrine of Punishment. No surprise. And then he's going to judge me. This is an awful start. As I fix the camera here. This is as bad of a start as you can get off to. So, we were playing Passimian. Alright, this is actually kind of cool. So, Passimian did top 8 at Peru. It did well at Harrogate Regionals. Alright, so I guess we're just going to have to Cynthia here. Unfortunately, this is not the position I want to be in. But we do have an Enhanced Hammer. Enhanced Hammer's nice, so I know that he only has 3 double colorless energy left in his deck, which I can not really complain with. Me getting rid of one of the double colorless energy is good, especially when stuff like Passimian needs it. Did he brick? He's going to Tate and Liza. So again, Tate and Liza seeing a little bit of play. But getting rid of the double colorless energy, especially in a deck where you only have 4 and Passimian's going to need 1. He's going to Flying Flip with the Koko, so what I really want to do here is find a way to get into Lele, or get out of Lele. Which I can actually do. The downside is, you know what, no. We'll pick up Lele. And we will put a Rockruff out front, and we will get ourselves a Lycanroc GX. And yes, we will use its ability to bring out a Passimian. And I really don't want to use Counter Gain right now. I'm going to need Counter Gain probably later on. Now, I know Weavile isn't going to help me in this game. Let's see. He's going to get himself another Passimian off the Brooklet Hill. Which is surprising he got rid of the Shrine of Punishment. He's going to do 70 damage. I do get a knockout, which is nice. So, one, I could Lily for Elm's Lecture, or Lele for Elm's Lecture. I'm just going to Lily right here to draw some cards. I probably should have put Lele on the bench, but we do get a Devoured Field, which is nice. We're going to Lele, and what do I want? I think we Elm's Lecture, because everything right now has 110 damage, and it just so happens that Zoroark does 110 damage, and if I do get a Lycanroc, or not a Lycanroc, if I do get... Lycanroc hits 110 damage. Good. So, I mean, everything here, everything in the deck is actually 110 HP. If I get a Zoroark, I need 5 Pokemon in play with Devoured Field to do 110 damage. Which is, again, just another plus. You see Tapu Lele. So he played a Pokemon Communication, reveal Pokemon from your hand, put... Okay, good. So he got rid of the Lele. Oh, wait, no, never mind. He got rid of the Oranguru. Goal for me is getting rid of that Lele. That is objective number 1. That Lele has to go because Tapu Lele, whether it's the Fairy or the Psychic one, can win games. Magical Swap is one of the most annoying abilities there is, and it can win games. And all he's doing is just loading up the bench to where I can pick up a win. Now, I could Ultra Ball and grab myself a, what is it called? A Lele, so I can get me an Acerola. He's just going to do me the favor and play the Counter Catcher, which I love, because now I can Guzma and I can get rid of Lele. That actually makes me extremely happy that I can Guzma, get rid of Lele. He's going to play a Brooklet Hill. I don't care if he plays Brooklet Hill. I'm looking at this now as I have a free kill on Tapu Lele, which helps me because I am worried about Tapu Lele. We're going to play Devoured Field again. I'm going to attach energy onto Rockruff. No, I'm not. I'm not going to attach an energy because I can actually get really screwed next turn because this Coco can knock me out. Do I Elm's Lecture? No, I'm going to Guzma because we're going to bring in the Lele. And he's going to pick up 2 prizes, right? Nope. I'm going to get rid of the counter gain in the Elm's Lecture, and I'm going to get myself a Zoroark. The main reason I do want the Zoroark is so that I can start trading and getting stuff into my hand. Now, I know I should keep the Guzma, but I am going to sacrifice my 1 Guzma in my hand to draw 2. I know I'm losing Rockruff, so that's the main reason I don't want to attach an energy onto that next turn. Alright, well, we are going to Claw Slash. Claw Slash for the knockout, so we do get rid of Tapu Lele, which I like. Is 1 less Pokemon I'm worried about. That sucks. Oh well. Alright. So 1, he cannot knock out my my Lycanroc next turn with his Coco. Even better, actually. So what would benefit me here? Do I have my order pad and discard pile? I do not. So I still have a chance. I could Ultra Ball for a Lele. There's double colorless energy. I could knock out the Coco right now, and I could be putting myself in a very good position. The main reason I say I put myself in a very good position is that would be his, what, 3rd double colorless energy or 2nd? Yeah, it'd be a 3rd double colorless energy into the discard, and he got rid of his resource management Oranguru, I believe. Right? Or it's in his hand. I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to Elm's Lecture. We're going to get 2 of these and a Ditto, I guess. And my 2 Sneasel are actually prized. That is actually a sad day. That is actually a sad day. Well, 1, we're going to trade away the Choice Band. He's playing no GXs or EXs in the deck. So Choice Band isn't a benefit to me. I'm going to save those Ultra Balls because I could probably get a Lycanroc next turn. We're just going to Righteous Beating, which is going to knock out the Tapu Koko. 130 damage, extra 10 based off of the Devoured Field. We should get a... So 2 of these 3 prize cards remaining are a Sneasel. And here comes the Passimian. So he has 1 double colorless energy left in his deck. 3 of them are in the discard pile. There is the 4th... Oh, no, that is the counter energy. So he will be picking up a knockout here. Sad. Sad, 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 sad day. He's going to take 2 prizes here. It's going to be a tie game. But I still have myself Lycanroc, which is nice. I still have a Lycanroc, which is nice. Which I can go into right now. And I play Alolan Muck because that pretty much shuts those Passimian down. That's pretty much what that does, is those Passimian are just shut down. There's nothing he can do. Timer Ball, unfortunately, bricks. We're just going to Tate and Liza. Get ourselves a fresh hand and see if we can hit any Zoroark. We do. Great. That is fantastic. We also get some energy attached. We can trade away Macargo. Macargo isn't going to be a benefit to me the rest of the game because I've already used my Ditto Prism Star. We get a Rescue Stretcher, so we're going to shuffle 3 into my deck, which would be Rockruff and a Zoroark and a Zorua. And we just Claw Slash for a knockout, so now he's banking on getting another counter energy. You look at stuff like these Passimian, they no longer have their abilities stacking because of Alolan Muck shutting them down. I'm not worried about Tapu Lele. And he's pretty much just going to have to go into Koko, and that might be the game. He's going to Nest Ball, probably search out a Passimian, right? No, I've actually taken out 2 Passimian, I believe. I'm pretty sure I have. Nope, just 1. So he's going to probably search out another Passimian to be a primary attacker. And that's just the one I got to pick on for the knockout. So far this deck is actually... I'm actually liking this. I can actually probably make this deck in real life. Starting to think about it. Because I should have all the cards. I have 4 Zoroark, I have 2 Lycanroc, full art too. Full art's actually probably a better art. I have the Alolan Muck. Yeah, I could actually probably do a real life deck profile of this deck. And give you guys a good view of it. Alright, so he searches out the Passimian. I have the Guzma, which is going to come in clutch just to knock it out. That's pretty much all I'm going to do here. Is I'm just going to knock out that Passimian. Put a beat down onto it. There's the counter energy with the Koko, so he's going to do 20 to everything, which is fine. I don't care. He can't Guzma me, which is nice, now that he's used his Cynthia. I actually really like that. Alright, let's see. There's double colorless energy, there's the Guzma. We have order pads, so I can get me stuff like Guzmas back in case I need to. I feel like just having Guzmas in general is just a very good thing for me. We can trade away, we can get rid of Elm's Lecture. Elm's Lecture, again, I have pretty much almost a full bench, isn't going to help me there. Gets me a second Zoroark. So we are rolling. So we can get rid of Unit Energy. Keep the Ultra Ball in case I do want to search. Here we go. And we are rolling. Let's get us a Rockruff. We'll get us a Rockruff onto the bench. And are we gonna Guzma? Yes. We are gonna Guzma. We're gonna bring in the Passimian. We're going to Righteous Beating now. The downside is he will pick up a knockout next turn. The bright side is I've put myself in a position to where I am going to win... I'm going to win the game. So he is going to pick up a knockout here. He has that Tapu Lele, which is a little bit of a concern. If he has another counter energy, that Tapu Lele actually worries me because he could pick up multiple KOs for the win. He kept that thing in his hand till a perfect spot. So he's going to rescue Stretcher. He's going to get something back. Kind of just... I'm worried he gets a counter energy. Counter energy screws me here from here on out. Because he can attach a counter energy onto Lele and then win the game. He can just move 4 damage or 2 damage counters to here, everything else to Rockruff, and that's game. Ooh, he counter-catchered me. Counter-catchered me, he got a knockout. And he put my Alolan Muck as the active. Ouch. Okay. So I still have 1 Guzma left. The top decks are real. The top decks are real. So what we're going to do here is I'm pretty much just going to have to trade away stuff. Oh! He forfeited. He forfeited before I was actually able to even confirm my win. I needed 1 more Pokemon to actually pick up a win or my second Devoured Field. Whew! Alright, well, start the video off 1-0. That is, I cannot complain with that. Let us try to get 1 more game here with this with Alex Silva's first place Brazil deck and see if we can go 2-0. Let's see if we can go 2-0. So we lost the coin flip, which is not very good because it means I'm going to probably go second. I really want to go first with this deck. Alright, so we got double Zorua, we got Ultra Ball. Not really sure what I'm looking at with this hand. I have a Judge. Judge could help me. Alright, what are we playing against? We are playing against a Zorua deck. So something with Zoroark, I see. And I wouldn't actually honestly be surprised if it was another Zoroark Lycanroc deck. That's usually what happens is if a deck wins an event, they're going to have that deck spammed across the TCGO ladder. It's just the way it's done. They just spam the deck across the TCGO ladder. Alright, so he's got double Zorua. I will have double Zorua. He's actually going to be in a better spot than me, because next turn he can have himself a Zoroark set up. So I'm going to pretty much just mimic his move. He only has 4 cards in hand, which I don't care for. Devoured Field is actually a big no-no for me this game, because it gives his Zoroark a boost. I'm going to get a Zoroark in my hand, just to be ready. So, decent start, in all honesty. I think I put myself in a okay spot. He's going to Elm's Lecture this turn, figured. He's going to fill up his bench. He should be getting a Zoroark going. Yep, this is exactly what I said. We're pretty much going to play decks that had done well. Alright, well, first things first, we're getting rid of the Rockruff. That is priority number one. Let's get rid of the Rockruff. He has nothing in hand. We will trade away my Judge. Judge just benefits him at this point of the game. Let us get that down, and we're just going to get rid of Rockruff. I don't want Lycanroc out on the field. And we get an Elm's Lecture, so I set myself up for next turn to start doing some serious damage. He's going to be doing, what, 80 damage to me? Whereas next turn I could be doing 120 damage to him. What is he going to get? Another Zoroark. That's what it looks like. He could also be getting a Lycanroc to evolve the Ditto Prism Star. Yep. Figured that would be the case. Get the Lycanroc to evolve the Ditto Prism Star, and now force my Zorua into the active. The bright side is he has nothing to trade. He will pick up a knockout here, but next turn I will start filling up my bench, which will be phenomenal to have my bench start filling up. So I'll have like 3 Zorua on my bench. Well, Elm's Lecture first. We're going to get 2 Zorua. We'll get a Rockruff. Two Zorua, a Rockruff. We're going to trade away Devoured Field. I'm not going to give my opponent an edge by helping him get more damage. Ooh, that is actually very nice. Getting the Enhanced Hammer right now. That is actually fantastic for me, because now I'm dealing 100 damage. Devoured Field could have helped me get a knockout next turn, but you know what? I am fine. If I just draw another Pokemon, another basic Pokemon to put onto my bench, that can help me. He's going to have to start trading away and seeing if he can get himself a double colorless energy of some sort. But no energy pretty much just means I can pick up a win. He does get one. What a shame. What a shame. Well, I will be picking up a knockout and still putting himself in a bad position. Because he needs 2 hits on me, I only need 1 hit on him. So there's the Lele GX. He's going to set himself up next. Gets himself an Acerola, but I think he already used the Tate and Liza, so I will be knocking out the Zoroark next turn. He's going to Ultra Ball, get himself either a Weavile or another basic Pokemon. Could be another Zoroark, in all honesty. I could see that. And he's doing the same thing as me, getting rid of the Devour Fields to not give me an edge. I should be putting myself in a position to win. He will be able to draw 2 more cards off of trade. And I just need a basic Pokemon to pick up a knockout. I know one of the cards he's going to have is an Acerola. That one right there is an Acerola, I think. I know one of the 3 cards is, though. Alright, so we're going to trade away Alolan Muck. So, because none of these are basics, Alolan Muck doesn't help me. Trade away Macargo. So I need another basic Pokemon. Alright, we're going to Tate and Liza. That sucks because now I can no longer Guzma. Go figure. Alright, well, we're just going to Righteous Beating, I guess. So pretty much I'm forcing him to use an Acerola on one of these two cards. Alright, so I'm curious on how I'm going to win this game. It's tied 5-5. I have 2 Zoroark set up. He has 2 unit energy and 2 double colorless in his discard, so I'm pretty much going to win this on him losing his energy. I don't think I've actually used my enhanced hammer, right? Yes, I have. Okay. So he's going to Acerola something. Zoroark. So it means this Tapu Lele is easy pickings. I'm going to be claiming 2 prize cards next turn. And I want to start getting that Zoroark going. Or not the Zoroark, the Lycanroc going. 2 Lycanroc going. Okay, I like that much better. We're just going to Righteous Beating for the knockout. He is in no position to actually pick up a win on me right now. He has no energy on board. I have plenty of energy to go. I have a double colorless energy in hand. I have 2 unit energy in hand. He is in a position to where I don't think he can actually pick up a win at this point now. Disappeared here. So here's a Sneasel. Even Weavile doesn't save him because I do pick up a KO, and Weavile puts me at 2 prizes to go, in which I could get a Lycanroc Guzma combo, and that should be game because I still have 2 Guzma in my deck. He's going through his deck pretty quickly. Yeah, 18 cards left. He's pretty much searching out energy. He needs counter energy. Nope, they don't play counter energy. We play, what is it called? Unit energy, and I've thrown away 2 of the unit energy. I've thrown away 2 of the double colorless energy. The last thing he wants to see me get is Lycanroc. Lycanroc plus Guzma pretty much just means the game. I just go into Lycanroc. Oh, he's going to Guzma, probably bring in my Oranguru. Yep, figured. And that should be past turn. Lycanroc plus Guzma ends game. Timer ball. Yep. Okay, so before I do this, I do want to try to make sure I get myself a Guzma. So we're going to get rid of Weavile. I don't think Weavile helps me here. Elm's Lecture does not help me here at all. There we go. Alright, so we're going to switch. We're going to get this Lycanroc in. We are going to Guzma. We're going to grab this boy. We're going to get this in. We are going to, right away, we'll just go for the Dangerous Rogue GX. Why not? It is a knockout. 400 damage. 2 prizes. And we are in a very good position at this point right now. That is all I can say. We are in the best position possible to actually win the game. There's nothing really my opponent can do at this point. Really, he burned through all of his energy very early. He has 4 total energy left in the deck. Whether it's in these 17, he could have maybe 2 of them prized. So he's going to just have to get himself another Zoroark, start trading through. Even if he does put an energy onto Weavile or onto his Lycanrocs, it isn't going to help him here. As for me, I still have 1 Guzma in the deck with potentially 3 Zoroark I can use to deck thin to search it out. So even if he goes for a Guzma here to bring Oranguru in, my saving grace is getting another Guzma. Now, because I've used 2, I could just right off the bat go for Palpad, put 2 back into my deck, deck thin until I get it, which actually sounds like a good idea. He's going to go for the Devoured Field. He plays the counter gain. He could actually... and he's just going to go for the Evil Admonition, which is going to do 50 to everything with an ability. Or he could try to put me to sleep and bank on a coin flip. Nope. He's actually... Ooh. Okay. Does 50. Alright. So... I guess we can just attach. He's going to forfeit. That will be the game in a 2-0 day with the first place deck from Alex Silva at the Brazil special event. Which makes me happy, and I am disappointed. That is the third straight game I have won. That... I've just won tickets. I got 62 tickets. I want coins. I want to open some team-up packs. But if you guys enjoyed this recap of the first place deck over the Brazil special event, let me know what you guys think of it. Let me know other deck profiles that you guys want to see. Lots of team-up stuff out. I do want to bring you guys team-up content. But let me know down in the comments section what you guys want to see in terms of content, deck profile-wise, and I will try my best to bring that to you. With all that being said, guys, I am Johnny GB, and I am signing out.